I'm Jay Arthur, author of Lean Six Sigma Demystified and QI Macros. This summer, my wife and I took a river cruise that we booked for 2021, but of course, because of COVID, that didn't happen. But they had these community tables where you'd sit around for lunch. And one day we're sitting with another couple of couples, and somebody got on the subject of what do you do? And I said Six Sigma. And one of the guys at the table just lit up. He said, oh man, we took this 30-day adventure in Japan, going to all of the manufacturing plants and whatever. Well, it turned out John worked for a very large lumber and forestry company. And they had huge clients in Japan. The Japanese are very picky about their quality of their products. So they invited them to come over. And he said about 30, senior, not the top management, the senior folks went over and spent 30 days in Japan. And every day they'd go to a different manufacturing plant and look at how everything was going. Then they'd come back at night. And he said they'd spend 4 or 5 hours discussing what they'd seen. Thing was, this went on, but they still didn't quite get it. He said, and then one day they went to some HP subsidiary that had Americans and Japanese there, and all of a sudden, he said the light switch went on. That was his phrase. You could tell when the light switch went on that people just, got it all of a sudden, just like whammo. And he said, and we came back and we talked for hours that night. And then everything else we'd seen started to make sense. And then we went to other plants, and we were picking up all these great things. And we came back and, told senior management, we got to do this. And so they did. Now, it took them about 3 years for the total culture change. And they lost about 20% of their leaders and managers because we don't want to do any of this nonsense. So expect, your leadership team to leave or some other folks to leave. 20% attrition, kind of big. But anyway, so the idea here, though, is they completely changed how they were doing business and started manufacturing better products and shipping them everywhere. And guess what? They started stealing market share from everyone else, right? Because their products were better. So I want you to get this idea that, that was transformational for them. Now, I worked in the phone company, US West, and they went on a 3-week tour over there. They went to all the manufacturing plants, looked at everything, came back and had no religion. Their switch did not flick on. And it did not take root, really, in the phone company, and eventually they shut down the quality department. So let's not all pretend that, going to Japan is going to magically transform your way of thinking. But in this case, it did, and magically transformed their company. So I know you can't go to Japan, but hey, if you get a chance to talk to somebody who has, and maybe you'll discover something. I spent about an hour. I'm going to do a few more videos about that discussion we had. But let's go out and improve something this week. Let's create hassle-free healthcare, hassle-free America. Let's go out and improve something this week. Are you still using line, bar, and pie charts from the last century? You might want to consider control charts, Pareto charts, and histograms. Smart charts for the 21st century.